Directed by Kim Jang-han, who also directed You Like Brahms, and Kwon Da-sam, and written by Choi A-Il, who also scripted Mr. Queen. My Demon is a thrilling love story of an unlikely couple, an icy cold heiress and a demon. This series quickly became a fan favorite, as it garnered an enthusiastic following from Korea and other parts of the world. Cast. It features some of the people's favorite actors and actresses from South Korea, such as Kim Yoo-jung. She plays the role of Do Hee, a prickly CEO unconcerned about marriage, but just wants to do her job and live a life unbothered by men. Her male counterpart is played by the handsome son Kang, who plays Jang Won. Jang Won is a demon with immense powers, who enjoys toying with people and taking advantage of them in their most difficult times. He helps people out of difficult situations, and in exchange, they sign a contract with him. When the time for the contract expires, he sends them to hell. Lee Sang-yi plays a supporting role. He plays Ju Seok-hoon, a nephew to Madame Ju, the owner of the Miri Group and also a supporter of Do Hee. Kim Hae-suk plays Ju Chun-suk. She is the owner and chairperson of the Miri F and B Group. She adopted Do Hee after her parents died in an accident when she was just 10 years old. Jin Ga-young, played by Jo Hae-ju, is a dancer and works at Sunwool Foundation. This foundation was set up by the demon, and she happens to be interested in a love relationship with Gu Won. A stroll into My Demon. From the stables of Studios and BingeWorks comes this rom-com, directed by Kim Jang-han and scripted by Choi A-Il. It aired from the 24th of November to January. This 16-episode drama series is shown twice a week on Friday and Saturday on SBS in South Korea. It is also available Friday on Netflix worldwide. Over, we are introduced to the extremely attractive duo in the series, Do Hee and Gu Won. If you love to see good-looking people together, you love love, and you love comedy, this K-drama series would fulfill that desire. The series also toys with the issue of death and the afterlife. Do Hee is married to her job. More so, she's ice cold in her heart and has no time for love. Well, she's rich, she's the CEO of Miri F and B, and she's an heiress to a fortune. Could life be any better? Well, Madame Ju thinks so. Madame Ju is her adoptive mother, and she encourages our female lead character to get married. Of course, it all fell on deaf ears until she received an ultimatum: get married in a year, or you can kiss your inheritance goodbye. And this singular statement would unfold a series of events that would take 15 other episodes to see. Since she loathes men and is also very busy, she had to be set up on a blind date. The blind date goes badly, and she ends up on a date with the wrong person. She meets a very attractive man, Gu Won, on her date. This fellow is her demon. Somehow, though, he didn't seem interested in the date, so it begs the question, why did he come? Well, a while into their date, we get the answer: the cake. He seemed more interested in the cake than in the lady. Do demons eat cakes? Our demon here is unique. Not only is he handsome, he loves cakes. This is a far cry from our perception of demons. We assume them to be hideous creatures, except when they take on human form. Secondly, we don't know what they eat, maybe except for blood. That is what is surprising about this demon. Surprisingly, our Ice Queen was falling for this insanely handsome demon. On the other hand, it's not so surprising because the demon is very fine and even colder than our Ice Queen. The date doesn't end on a nice note because they didn't click, but we sort of hope that they'd meet again. We want our ice-cold queen to fall in love with a very attractive man. At this point, we didn't know Gu Won was a demon. Do Hee meets her demon. We are still in episode 1 and things seem to be moving on fast. Our Ice Queen has lots of enemies, by virtue of her position as the heiress to the fortune of Miri. She's attacked by an assassin who has already dispatched her driver. While looking for who to help her, she again meets Gun Won, whom she begs to rescue her. He agrees to rescue her, only on one condition though: she'd have to agree to a contract. There's no time for them to go over the terms. What can she do? Of course, she agrees to a contract without knowing the terms. What choice does she have? In between the demon dispatching her assassin and her fulfilling her contract, something happens. He loses his powers, which pass over to her, and for this reason, he has to be close to her. That's the only way he gets to use the power. She's unable to use the powers. He has to make contact with her to be able to use the powers. Of course, in the meantime, he won't be able to sign contracts with people. Kwon and Do Hee continue to spend time together, and feelings start to develop between them. Meanwhile, more assassins try to kill her. She hires him as her bodyguard. He can't protect her if they don't make contact. Well, they enter into a contract marriage so that he can protect her and he can regain his powers. The story involves a lot of twists and turns. The couple fall in love, but there are a host of obstacles to the fruition of their love. There are also challenges to Do Hee assuming her role as the chairperson of the corporation. The series tries to resolve this obstacle as it goes on. Is there going to be a season 2? Lots of viewers enjoyed the series and would expect the story to somehow continue. The question, however, is this: is there any possibility for an extension of the story and therefore a reprisal? Although we see the resolution of the conflicts in the series, such as Do Hee fulfilling her promise to Kwon and giving him a human soul. Towards the end of the season, we also see her enemies brought to book, and Madame Ju's nephew takes over the business empire. These, of course, are resolutions. We are also beginning to see Kwon struggle with his humanity, and Do Hee's future remains unclear. Kwon, although having a human soul, is still a demon, so perhaps we would like to see him wrestle with his humanity, even though he's a demon. If there's a season 2, we'd like to see if Kwon will become human, or if he'll always be destined to find her in all his life, since he's immortal. If there's a season 2, we'd like to believe that the season 2 will look deeper into the relationship between Kwon and Do Hee. Something else that could be done in season 2 is also going into the details of Kwon's 200-year existence. These are perhaps the storylines that could be explored. However, we've not heard from Netflix nor the producers of the series. Therefore, we can't say for sure if there's going to be a season 2 in the works. K-dramas don't necessarily shoot second seasons, especially if the previous season didn't end on a cliffhanger. Kang has also quipped that he'd be joining the military for the mandatory service. So if there were to be a reprisal, it would be a while due to Kang's commitment to the military. Could he be replaced? Nothing is impossible, but then again, this will not be what the viewers want. Part of the allure of the movie is Kang's looks and acting. Reviews of My Demon. The series is rated 8 out of 10 on IMDb. This is the best rating we have seen so far. Generally, there have been mixed reactions in the reviews. It's been called devilishly entertaining by some folks and awesome by others. Decider has urged that you skip it due to its roundabout storytelling. So it's been a hit or miss with people. There is not a lot of middle ground in this. Certain people have faulted the quality of acting. The leads did alright, nothing impressive. The support cast, however, left a lot to the desired. Generally, reception isn't bad. Those who love fantasy stories would love this. Beyond the love, fantasy, and comedy, there is much more.